Are you busy trying to look rich, or are you quietly becoming wealthy? In a world obsessed with appearances, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking success means showing off. But here on the Passive Path, we know the real truth. Real wealth is silent. Real success is built in the shadows, not broadcasted on social media. Today, we're diving deep into why ignoring the need to look rich is one of the smartest money moves you can ever make. Stick around, because what you're about to learn might just change your entire financial future. If you're serious about building true, lasting wealth, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the Passive Path, and leave a comment below with your thoughts. Now, let's dive in. The illusion of wealth. Everywhere you look, someone is flashing a new luxury car. Someone is showcasing designer clothes. Someone is posing with a stack of cash like it's a trophy. The message is loud and clear. If you want to be somebody, you need to look the part. But here's the hidden truth. Many of these so-called success stories are nothing more than smoke and mirrors. It's easier than ever to rent a Lamborghini for a weekend and stage a photo shoot. It's easier than ever to take selfies in a fancy Airbnb and pretend it's your mansion. Imagine the Instagram influencer who boasts about financial freedom. Behind the scenes, they're buried in credit card debt, desperate for the next brand deal just to stay afloat. Even worse, trying to look rich becomes a trap. People chase expensive trends, not realizing that every flashy purchase delays their true financial freedom. They spend money they don't have to impress people they don't even know. Looking rich is easy. Anyone can swipe a credit card and buy a designer bag. But being rich, that's a whole different game. It requires patience, discipline, and long-term thinking, qualities that don't get thousands of likes on social media. Here's a question to ask yourself every time you feel the urge to impress. Am I buying this to build my future, or to feed someone else's opinion of me? The Passive Path is about choosing the road less traveled. It's about stacking assets, not stacking likes. It's about building wealth silently, consistently, and intentionally. The next time you see someone flaunting a flashy lifestyle, remember, they might be rich for a moment. But real wealth is measured in decades, not weekends. Get ready, because next, we're uncovering how true wealth actually moves, and it might surprise you. Proceeding, true wealth moves in silence. The wealthiest people you will ever meet usually have something in common. They don't feel the need to broadcast their success. They don't drive cars that scream for attention. They don't wear clothes that shout for validation. Take Warren Buffett, for example, one of the richest men in the world. Yet he still lives in the same modest house he bought decades ago. He eats at the same simple restaurants. He drives himself around in a regular car. True wealth is quiet. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't need to be seen. Imagine a quiet entrepreneur who owns 10 businesses but dresses in jeans and sneakers. Meanwhile, the person flashing a Rolex might be drowning in debt. On the Passive Path, we understand that money is a tool, not a trophy. Real wealth is not about impressing strangers. It's about having freedom. Freedom to choose where you live. Freedom to choose how you spend your time. Freedom to walk away from bad situations. You don't gain freedom by spending. You gain freedom by building. When you see someone humble and unassuming, don't underestimate them. Often the quietest person in the room is the wealthiest. Real success whispers. It doesn't need a stage. It doesn't need applause. And if the richest people in the world can stay humble, why can't we? Up next, we're diving into why flaunting wealth not only looks desperate, but actually makes you poorer. Continuing immediately. Why flaunting wealth backfires. The moment you start chasing appearances, you step into a dangerous trap. Overspending, chronic debt, living paycheck to paycheck just to maintain an image. This isn't just a theory, it's a financial reality for millions. Think about the countless lottery winners who went bankrupt within a few years. Suddenly wealthy, they bought mansions, sports cars, and jewelry. They threw lavish parties. They lived larger than life. But they forgot one thing. Money without discipline disappears fast. Imagine someone winning $10 million only to owe $12 million in debts 5 years later. It happens more often than you think. On the passive path, we believe that money should be respected, not flaunted. Every dollar you waste trying to impress is a dollar you lose from your future. A dollar that could have been invested. A dollar that could have bought freedom. Here's the painful truth. If you spend money to look rich, you are not building wealth. You are digging a deeper hole. And eventually, that hole becomes too deep to climb out of. Think of your financial journey like building a castle. Would you rather build a strong foundation that lasts centuries, or throw up a cardboard castle that looks good for a photo but collapses in the first storm? Every flashy purchase delays your dreams. Every unnecessary flex weakens your future. It's time to choose differently. Coming up next, we'll break down what truly builds lasting wealth, step by step. Continuing immediately, building wealth the right way. Real wealth doesn't come from pretending. It comes from producing, from creating, from stacking assets quietly over time. Imagine someone investing $500 a month into index funds starting at age 25. Without flashy purchases, without bragging, just quiet, consistent action. By the time they turn 50, they could easily become a millionaire. No lottery tickets, no viral fame, just discipline and time. Wealth building is not a one-time event. It's a habit. It's a commitment. You invest a portion of every paycheck. You avoid unnecessary debts. You buy assets, not liabilities. Assets like rental properties that pay you every month. Assets like stocks that grow your money while you sleep. Assets like businesses that generate cash flow even when you take a vacation. Here's a golden rule from the passive path. If it doesn't make you money or save you time, think twice before buying it. Every dollar saved and invested today multiplies into financial freedom tomorrow. Every small decision compounds over time. Building wealth is not exciting in the beginning. It's boring. It's routine. It's repetitive. But eventually, the compound effect kicks in. And one day, you'll wake up realizing you've built something extraordinary. Next, we're talking about how to resist the massive pressure society puts on you to look rich and flashy. Continuing immediately. Overcoming the pressure to impress. The pressure to impress others is real, especially if you grew up without much, especially when everyone around you seems to be winning the highlight reel game on social media. But you are not here to win a popularity contest. You are here to win financial freedom. Imagine a young man who grew up in poverty. When he finally starts earning 6 figures, he resists the urge to splurge on luxury cars. Instead, he invests in real estate. He buys rental properties. He builds a business. Today, he has real wealth, not just the appearance of it. Resisting the pressure starts with shifting your mindset. Ask yourself, do I want to look successful today or be truly free tomorrow? Your real friends won't care about the car you drive. Your true worth isn't in the watch on your wrist, and your financial future doesn't depend on how many likes you get. On the passive path, we focus on stacking assets, not appearances. We focus on financial habits, not flashy habits. We focus on freedom, not fame. The people you're trying to impress today won't even remember you in 5 years, but the choices you make today will echo through the rest of your life. Stick around, because next, we're diving into powerful habits you can start today to quietly build massive wealth. Continuing immediately. Habits for silent wealth building. Building silent wealth starts with your daily habits. Every day, set aside a small percentage of your income before you even think about spending. Pay yourself first. Every day, learn something new about investing, business, or financial management. Education compounds just like money. Every week, review your expenses. Cut what's unnecessary. Redirect that money into your investments. Every week, track your net worth, not your follower count. Watch your real assets grow. Every month, set a new financial goal. It could be saving an extra $100, or paying down a chunk of debt, or acquiring your first dividend-paying stock. Imagine a family that holds silent Saturdays once a month. Instead of shopping, they review their goals, plan investments, and celebrate quiet wins. Wealth is not built in grand gestures. It's built in tiny daily decisions, small disciplines repeated consistently over time. The more you automate your habits, the less emotional energy you'll waste. Saving will become normal. Investing will become second nature. Saying no to flashy temptations will become effortless. Picture yourself 5 years from now. No debt, multiple streams of income, the ability to say yes to opportunities and no to nonsense. It all starts today. Coming up, we'll wrap it all up and talk about why choosing the quiet path is the most powerful decision you can ever make. Continuing immediately. Be the quiet millionaire. You don't need to show off to succeed. You don't need to chase trends to build freedom. You don't need to prove your worth to anyone. The passive path is all about building wealth in silence, stacking assets quietly, living well below your means. Letting your bank account grow while the world sleeps. Remember, the flashiest person in the room is rarely the wealthiest. The ones who truly win are the ones you don't see coming. They're too busy building. They're too focused on their goals. They're too committed to their future. Real wealth doesn't beg for attention. It creates options. It creates freedom. It creates peace of mind. The best part, you can start right now. No need for a fancy launch. No need for a viral moment. Just quiet, consistent action every single day. Stay humble. Stay focused. Stay patient. And one day, you'll wake up living a life that others only dream about. If you found value today, make sure to like this video, subscribe to The Passive Path, and leave a comment below sharing one wealth-building habit you're starting today. If you want to learn a real plan to build your first million, check out the next video waiting for you. Keep stacking, keep building, keep moving quietly toward your dreams.